Hello friends. Earlier today I did a post about this St. Nick mold that I did with paper towels and a little bit of white glue and water, and people were asking about how I did it, so I thought I would share. Now, this is the Iron Orchid Designs St. Nick mold. So I just love all the detail of him. The great thing is that you can use all kinds of different mediums for different types of projects that you would like to create. Now this one I casted him in the 10-minute quick casting resin. And this guy was done with the IOD air dry clay. And this one, like I said, is made with paper towel and 50-50 glue wash. Okay, so let's get started. I just use just cheap paper towel. It usually has 2 layers. So I'm just gonna pull it apart. And then I just tear it into, like 1-inch strips. Of course, then I just tear them up into some little smaller pieces. Now I used about 2.5 of these, this half sheet paper towel to make this casting. It has 4 layers that I let dry between each layer. So, and this is, I used Type Bond white glue, and then I just made up a mix here that is 50-50 glue and water. I like to just use any type of brush. Get a little glue on my brush, and then I like to start right in the middle. I just put down just a little bit of glue in there. Right, then I'm going to pick up a piece of paper toweling. Really like to start with a piece that has all torn edges, and then because it's going to go over, I do a smaller piece. Okay, I'm just going to start, and this is really just kind of like you're decoupaging the paper down into the mold. So you're just going to kind of pounce and push it down into all of the details. Now, as you can see, you can really see there's a lot of glue there now. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of spread that. I'll pick up another piece on my paintbrush, set it in, and just start painting it down into all the creases. The key is to really use smaller pieces of paper toweling and really get it in, so you can see, right? Just push it in. Once you get enough glue on your paintbrush or your brush, it's easy to pick up another little piece. right? Just really make sure you're getting it into the creases and details. Put down. Like, see, I have 2 pieces on here. Two layers. It's really best, just try a thin, one single layer at a time. And you're just going to continue to do that all the way until it's all filled up. Now see, when you can see some spots that where like the detail is really deep, like down in the curl, you find a piece, put some glue in there, find a piece, and then you're really going to want to push down in the deepest part of the curl first, right? So it takes up the excess, and then you can go just kind of pounce it down into the parts that are not as deep, and that way it won't pull the paper towel out of the deepest part where you pushed it in, first. Okay, so this one is a first layer. I just did, just lightly overlapping the pieces to fill that in, and this one is a first layer of the paper towel and glue that's dried. And now I come in and it'll just be exactly the same. Just pick a spot to start, lay it in, and just pounce around. Just add some glue. Make sure you get it all pushed into the detail. Right. So I'm going to take another spot here. I'm really just picking up just a little tiny bit of the glue and water mix, because you don't want it to pool in there. You just want to give it enough to saturate, just to push it down into the details. Now, I did 4 layers of paper and glue on this guy. For the edges on my 4th layer, I went in and just really went around the edge, and I took a piece and I did it so that it was up. Now if you can see, right, so that it's sticking up along the edge. And I really pushed along the edge of it, and then came back, added a little more glue to my brush, and folded it over and down. So it just reinforces. You have a really nice sturdy edge. Just like that. Now this one, right, it's finished. It's got a lot of the edging still left that I'll go back and trim. But as you can see, it's really lightweight, and it's hard. It is super sturdy. So I am going to be casting a few of these and a few letters from the retro stamp and making a cute garland. So stay tuned for that. If you have any more questions or need to see a little bit more detail on how to make it, just leave me a message in the comments. Thank you.